Ding dong, and the dickhead is gone. Get in!
Get in there!
Welcome to the Kicking Off Football podcast. My name is Blair. I'm joined by my former boss, now current co-host, Ben Ballantyne. All right, Ben?
I'm really good, mate. Thank you.
Nice one. And I'm joined by my very angry friend, Joe. All right, Joe?
Yeah, it was just a constant state of anger at the minute. But yeah, all good.
Now, we usually talk about the Premier League first, but it is... Fuck it, it is my show. We're talking about Sheffield Wednesday.
It's also a big win for football, isn't it? It's not.
Oh, it's a great... It's a great weekend. It was so funny, and I keep seeing like mainstream media and other people from different football fans who support other clubs, like saying, "Oh, I feel so sorry for him in these dark times." And you know, I've had people reach out to me who like live down south, saying, "Oh, how are you feeling?" I'm like, you don't understand. Like, we're buzzing. Like, this is like the best news going. Like Sky Sports News are like even saying it. Even like a lot of pundits are saying, like, no, you don't understand. This is like really good.
You'd have given away 24 points to get rid of him, mate, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't.
Let's be real. This was the only way. This was the only way it was going. There was no other way it was going. It
clinged on. It clinged on until he literally got forced out. And
I'm right in thinking that he had to put it in administration because HMRC were going to liquidate you.
Yeah, basically.
I think it was forced administration end, but obviously they've got to say that they did it. I think, or whatever, because you can't owe HMRC a lot of money and then go, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, because I think if he didn't do it, it was going to go down the same route as like Morecambe, wasn't it, of full winding up order.
Yeah, I think with him, we know he doesn't reply to people. But you can't do that to taxman, especially in England. You might get away with it outside of England, but
and this way he gets dividends from the sale. That's the only reason he's put it into it. Let's be real.
Yeah, he's going to get some, but he's getting a lot less than what he could have got. The stupid idiot. Anyway, so Friday morning the news came out, but Sheffield Wednesday's filed for the administration, which about 10:30 a.m. It was official. The most important thing is that the Sheffield Three that own the football, what's on the ground, also into administration, and the administrator who's the administrator for the club is also an administrator for their grounds, so they can sell the club as a package, which is massive. Because my biggest concern was he was going to cling onto the ground and basically hold the ground at ransom. So maybe he's not as bad as we think, but he's still not very great.
Yeah, because I think the EFL have that thing, don't they, where if you don't own the ground, you have to have like something like at least a 10-year lease set or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the club did have a lease with the ground anyway, so it was technically that was in place already, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So he could have easily, but money issues must have been that bad. He couldn't even afford to keep ground going.
Yeah.
So,
we saw that with Stand that he got his mates in to approve just to make sure it went through.
God.
Have a look at this, mate, over Skype. Look at that. There's nothing wrong with that beam, is there? It's not falling down, is it? No, approved, son.
So anyway, the news was official that he was gone, and within, what was it, an hour, they started removing the seats, which formed his name in the North Stand. And there was a live stream going on. And I think it peaked at like 122,000 people watching it live.
I think it were into 200,000 in the end. Like 200. I'm sure I saw 247,000.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Has any club ever had a bigger administration party before?
Yeah, it must be like a bad thing, isn't it? We're treated like it's new owners. Get it? And then the administrator, I think it's Chris Rigfield, his name is one of the administrators. Is a Sheffield Wednesday season ticket holder in 1984. So he's got the best interest at heart for this football club. So I think the first thing they did was disassociate everything to do with Chancery with Sheffield Wednesday, which is easy marketing.
Was he the same guy who spoke on the news, Blair? Sorry.
Was it a bald guy who you saw on the news?
I don't know, to be honest. Can't remember.
He did an interview. I'll send it you later. He also did an interview on the website. And he basically said, like, look, they can keep it going for like a month or two, but at the end of the day, they need an owner. So it's not going to be. They're not going to drag it on. So anyway, within 2 days, so Friday and Saturday, they've made £200,000 in the club shop, just on merchant sales, buying shirts, buying like tracksuit bottoms, tracksuit tops.
And by the way, that's got to be people who are putting money in because they want to help the club, because your shirts are well and truly shit.
Oh, they're horrendous. They've sold out as well.
Sold out.
I know. Imagine if it was a good shirt.
And I'm saying that in the politest way possible, because I think most Sheffield Wednesday fans don't like the kits.
Oh
either.
no, those shirts are terrible. The season shirts are bad. You can't even like say it's like a retro flair to it, because it literally is Windows 97 word art. Like the exact same font. It is the most basic template going. It's almost like it was like drummed up together in like half an hour by some like an apprentice who was like 15 or something.
They probably went on Fiverr.
Yeah,
It took someone 10 quid to design it.
Yeah. So they made 200 grand, and then they also sold 9,000 tickets for the Oxford game.
Yeah.
Which is massive, isn't it? And it just shows, and weirdly enough, they had that contrast, didn't they, from Wednesday night when it was a full boycott, and there were 7,000 people in the ground, and I think like 4,500 Middlesbrough fans there. So you've gone from 7,000 to 27,000 in the space of 3 days.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous, isn't it?
I saw a few people online saying that the stalls were really busy. Everyone buying drink,
Oh,
food.
yeah.
You don't know how much money.
You don't know how much money they've made in just like kiosk sales and stuff.
Can you imagine those small businesses, the sandwich shops, and that must
but they're buzzing.
have some major relief, because that must have put a lot of pressure on their businesses.
Yeah, the whole community would have felt it. Just the footfall of people just either just driving up at like 5 to 3 and just going in, or just not going at all. So it's huge anyway. So the administrators have said, look, we need your money. And they found the hilarious thing about it is, but Chansiri used to always out the fans saying, basically, our money is nothing. Doesn't do anything. Well, it's got rid of you, mate, because we've not put any money in for 6 months, and there you go. See you later. So we must do something. You silly twat. So the administrators have said within 1 hour, someone rang them up asking about how much it will cost.
Yeah.
To buy any. Obviously, they've said they can't give a price out yet, because they're going to do a full. They're going to basically market it. He said, but they're going to market it, produce like videos, documentation, and basically just send it out to people, because there might be some people who won't be bothered about it. But now it's up for. It's basically an auction, isn't it? Now, who puts the highest bid and gets it.
It's whoever's willing to take on any debts they're there. And
I don't necessarily think it's the most money. I think there will be very, very clever on who gets it next, because you have to make sure it's the right person.
I think this guy, because he's a Wednesday season ticket holder, helps as well.
Yeah.
So he'll want it to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Any like kings, princes, whatever, just like got some pocket money to spend on a weekend. The thing I saw was that he said he reckons it'll take a couple of months for the sale to be done and completed.
I reckon my gut feeling is a sale in principle would be agreed in December. Then the Euro owners come in in January, and then hopefully the league. So I think the league have a responsibility here as well. The league have got to allow the new owners to sign players. Otherwise, no one's going to buy it.
No, albeit it might only be free signings and loans, but let them do something.
Well, we've seen with Hull City, haven't we, Ben? But you can get a pretty decent squad on free signings and loans.
Yeah, he's bloody all right, that Ollie McBurney, isn't he? You can get on a free.
John Lundstrom.
John Lundstrom, yeah.
Exactly.
Sammy J. Go on.
And I'm not saying we're going to stay up, but you still want to sort of build your squad for next season in League One, and then go again in the summer. If you tell a new owner you can't sign a player until January 2027, and no one's going to buy it, are they? So the league have
especially not the best buyers. You're not going to get the best people for the club, because if they know they can come in and they can have somewhat of a business plan when they come in.
Yes, the league have a responsibility, because all them embargoes and all them sanctions are all because of him, and he's gone now.
Yeah.
I've loved seeing like language of former owner. I also noticed they've changed the badge back to the old badge.
Yeah, I saw that as well. That was a nice touch.
On all social media, and I think that's an open goal, because that badge, I actually really like the current badge. Because it's a modern version of the first ever badge.
Mm.
I think it looks quite good, but unfortunately, that badge now will always have an association with that era of
tainted, isn't it?
And
it's just tainted.
Yeah, so I think the administrators will say, well, they'll probably know already, like, it's a pretty open goal, this, mate. Change the badge back to that one. Your next shirt will sell absolutely bucket loads.
Well,
because all my shirts, I mean, Chance's been in charge for 10 years. So every shirt I own has that badge on. Because I've got bigger in 10 years. I'm 35 now. I was 24 when he popped when he agreed. You know, I've got bigger both ways. But, you know, and yes, every shirt I own's got that badge on it, and now I want a badge. And I know you can buy like a second-hand old retro shirt for a lot of money, or you got to wait for the new one to come out with the new old badge on it. So yeah, it's a bit of a. Turns out the boycott was the reason he's gone.
Yeah,
yeah, starving him out, isn't it? At the end of the day, the less money he gets, unfortunately for the staff, the less he can pay out. But it's forced that hand, hasn't it? HMRC taking him.
Yeah, it is crazy how much good feeling and like a buzz and like a proudness again to support him again. It's like a weight being lifted. It's almost like being in a toxic relationship. You finally get out of one, and it's like, oh god, I should have just dumped 2 years ago. Yeah, so it's hard to criticise the players yet. Like, they played 3 games this week, and you can't rotate the squad. The injuries are piling up.
Yeah,
the bench is still weak as old because it's so young. You can't criticise them at all. But there's some players there now. And I know it sounds bad, but when a new owner comes in, there's some players there who just won't wear that shirt again. And I think it sort of needs it. I think there's a lot of some fan favourites. Maybe even the manager. I think it might just need a full gutting. New start, new gaffer, new owner, new gaffer, new players, and just...
Yeah. You would see why whoever comes in, if they can make signings, are likely to bring their own manager in.
Oh, yeah. It happens everywhere, doesn't it?
And Pedersen will they will want to keep him at the club because of what he's done, especially.
Well, I know we're jumping way far ahead in the future, but I think even if Pedersen was believed his duty, I think he's done enough at Wednesday to get another job in England anyway. Like, you can't fault what he's done. He's galvanised them. But, when Rooney was the Derby manager, when Derby went through a similar situation with Mel Morris, that Derby team was decent. Like, they always put a fight up and looked all right. And you thought, this Rooney must be a decent manager then. But looking how good they are, turns out it's a shit manager. You want to take everything with a pinch of salt now, but God, Dominic Iorfa, I'm sorry, mate, but for that second goal against Oxford, it was horrendous. I don't know if you saw it, but he pissed about it. He nearly get away. He basically get the ball away in his own box. He then recovered, got the ball back, but because of all that panicking, it's ended back up to an Oxford player just outside 18-yard box. He's been fouled and then scored from a resulting free kick, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? You're 1-0 down, mate. Just get rid. And yesterday even was it was a midday game for Premier League. But they conceded from just pissing about it from the back and all. And you just sit there.
It were Bournemouth, wasn't it?
Forest, yeah. No, it went Bournemouth Forest. That was today. Midday game yesterday.
Oh, well,
don't think there were one.
Oh, was it? I don't know. It's Sunderland, was it? Or they just kick off at 3:00 as well?
Maybe I watched. I can't remember. I saw a highlight anyway. I watched it when I like my dad's on Saturday, and it was awful. And they were just pissed about me at the back, passing it out, and they conceding the goal. And you're like, what? I can't stand it. I don't understand it. Anyway, I'm very, very happy, very, very relieved. The statements, what the administrators are saying, like Joe messaged me today saying that's the most like Yorkshire Sheffield Wednesday thing Sheffield Wednesday put out since before Chansiri was in charge.
Yeah. And what about
everything?
What about the old season ticket holders that decided to scrap it? Do you think they'll get an opportunity to buy again, or is that just done now?
Well, they're talking about they're considering reducing the match day prices for the rest of the season to try and get more people back in because they understand. Look, as happy as you are, it's still Chansiri's pricing was so expensive, but
yeah,
you're looking at 40 quid a ticket, and you're watching a crap product because the squad's not good enough at them. Clearly not good enough. The squad's knackered, and a lot deeper as soon as winter hits, it's going to get worse. So yes, you are supporting your club, and we love this team, and there was a chance you were never going to. It might have gone bust, but at the same time, you pay cash. You want to see something for your money, don't you? I think yesterday no one cared about the result at all, but eventually
it was just a matter of going, weren't it? Turning up and just
getting there, being happy to see friends again, family again, and just getting it was brilliant. But eventually, if you're still paying 40 quid, there's no and the administrators haven't made a sale yet, and deep into January, you still want to. I don't know. You don't want to spend 40 quid to watch another loss. It's going to be that'd be a tough ask, I think. But yeah, we'll see. It's fantastic news. I think it clearly shows the size of the club and how quick how easy it will be for a new owner to just do the right thing. Have a reasonable ticket price. Obviously,
it's not hard, is it? Just pay people on time.
Sign some okay players. Sell players when they want to move on, or if someone offers you a good money for them.
Yeah, don't fudge your financials. Don't pay HMRC.
Yeah. It's just the basics. I mean, Milan Mandaric had a minute silence at the game yesterday, a proper one, not the one what they had on Wednesday night. And he didn't do anything special. He didn't spend a lot of money at Wednesday. Or nothing. He just signed some decent players on loan. Kept
Got
it
you out of trouble. Yeah.
Got you out of trouble. Didn't do anything spectacular.
Yeah, I think
people love it.
I think one of the things they obviously need to look at and look for, don't they, is that someone who's going to have a bit of dosh to sort out your stadium and stuff, because it's not in the best state, is it, Hillsborough? It's very old and it needs some TLC, doesn't it? Definitely.
Oh yeah. It is a massive project for someone to take on. I mean, it will be an American, I imagine, because it seems to be the trend at the moment for Americans to buy English football clubs.
Yeah, but I hope it is someone who has a good vision for Wednesday, and unfortunately, it's not going to come overnight because there's too much of a drastic change that's going to need to be made on and off the field. But hopefully someone can come in and, like you say, if it is the Americans, what they're very, very good at is not trying to take over the clubs themselves. They'll just bring in the best people who in the right areas.
What do you mean having a hierarchy above the manager, not just manager, chairman?
Yeah, exactly.
No directors, no finance director, nothing.
I think Sheffield Wednesday
he tried a couple of directors. Yeah. They just got binned off after about 2 weeks.
No board members. It's just like you think of it and you think, what? Are you mad? Especially when you're in Thailand all the time. It's like the time difference and like trying to communicate with your boss and stuff to get things written on, like signed off and stuff.
Can you just imagine of him like I still can't fathom what's his thought process. Like I don't understand who's signing everything off. Who's running the club day to day?
I just can't get my head around. But someone offered him 40 million quid in June. He turns it down.
Yeah, he ain't going to get anywhere near that.
He's going to get absolutely nowhere near it. He might be able to put a claim in for his loan, because technically all the money EB invested is technically a loan. But I don't think you get all that back.
He won't get any of it back.
Probably not.
I don't think he'll make anything. The administrators won't care, mate. Administrators go in to get their money, get you the right buyer, and get out. Yeah. You know, they're not interested in saving him as much money as possible.
I think the cynical. The administrators' prices came out. Probably works out about £2,000 an hour.
Yeah.
Well, they're in charge. I mean, that ranks up quick, and I think they'll want to get a couple of million out of it, won't they? So it's nothing's going to happen until you probably won't hear anything now until the end of November, I think, in terms of offers being made and stuff. Anyway, let's talk about actual football, what happened on the pitch. Premier League. Let's go back into the Premier League then. So, where do we start? It was the main event this weekend. I'm looking at you, Joe.
See you later, boys. I'll get on.
It was I couldn't believe my eyes when I looked at my phone last night. I was out with the missus for our anniversary. I saw Brentford going 1-0 up, but it was a long throw again. It's ruining football, this long throw, isn't it? I don't know how people can't.
I know, but some teams have a long throw, and then you've got Coyote's long throw. That is something else, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just the flat ones, isn't it? They're like arrows. They're just absolutely. I mean, I can't really say it was an entertaining game. I don't think any of our games are that entertaining anymore. Everyone plays with a low block, at least 5 or 6 sitting pretty much on their box and just soak pressure and then counter. Happens every game. And when it doesn't, stuff like midweek happens where we score 5 against Frankfurt.
Yeah,
because they actually tried to play some football. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we were terrible overall. We had a good few chances, but we're just not. There doesn't seem to be that substance, that style to his play. It just seems a bit frantic. Everything's just throw it forward and see what happens, and it's just getting a bit frustrating now. Not as frustrating as the officiating in this league.
What did you think to the lineup when you first saw Liverpool's lineup this week?
Well,
I couldn't believe it myself. I
mean, obviously, we're a bit forced with injuries if you look at it, but yeah, I mean, we played very well in midweek, and then we'd just go back to the same 4-2-3-1 system that just does not work. Doesn't suit anyone in our team, so don't really know what.
Like you say, it looked like you found a bit of an answer on Wednesday or whenever it was. Got a really good result. I don't know why you'd change from that. And I know obviously Salah scored an unbelievable goal, but from what I saw in the majority of the game, he pretty much offered nothing until he scored. And
let's be right. Frankfurt are a better team than Brentford. Like
you'd hope so.
No, they are.
But
they are.
You have to give Brentford some props though. They showed Liverpool absolutely no respect or time on the ball. They sat deep, and soon as Liverpool got into that final third, they pounced on them and showed a lot of work ethic and heart. And when they did win the ball back, they drove at you quickly, didn't they?
Yeah. And from midweek, we looked really good. Midweek, scoring a few goals, and then we get 2 or 3 injuries straight away. So Frimpong's out, Gravenberch is out, Isak's out.
Who gave the ball away for Brentford's second goal? when they play that good, that long ball over the top. But Liverpool had the ball in like just outside the 18-yard box, and it was like a pass between a couple of players. Would have been supposed by.
I'm not sure. Just after the penalty shout on Gakpo, who gets clipped in box, and then I think it just sort of ricocheted around, and
I mean,
it gets given away and chucked over the top.
It was a shit pass. They lost the ball, and then like Kanate just stopped running, just thought, and then by the time ball's over his head, and he realizes, I better start going now. And that Thiago's quite. He's looking like
it was Shada who was trying to chase, wasn't it? You won't catch him. He's absolutely rapid.
No, yeah.
When he scored the second one, but that Thiago mate is an absolute tank, by the way. His hold-up play is unbelievable.
Yeah, like I said, I can't really fault him. Every team's sort of looking and going, well, if we just play a low block and make sure we take his chances when we get them, we're going to be fine. Throw in set pieces because we apparently, even though we've got like two monsters in central defence, can't defend set pieces. Obviously, that doesn't help win.
6'5" goalkeeper can't catch.
I don't think anything's on him at the minute. It's how can you have any confidence when you're getting? I said it earlier. You're getting like 6-7 shots against you every game. You're statistically not going to save every single one.
No.
And obviously he concedes 3, and there's not much you could have done for the first one. That's just obviously a good flick on buried. Fair enough. Second one, I think he could have done a bit better on. He could have been a bit sharper and come off his line a bit quicker.
Was there a response early second half? Because Kirk has got that goal late in the first half. Did they fight?
We had most of the play. Like we weren't sort of devoid of chances, we probably are devoid of chances. We're not devoid of the control and the possession, but trying to work anything out against a back five, we just look absolutely clueless. No one seems to know what to do, and obviously that's got to come from the coaching staff. Because if they're saying, because Slot said it in his interview after, we know that people are playing low blocks against us and then hitting us on the counter, but we've not found a way to play against it.
I think it's
we'll find a fucking way to play against it.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why Arsenal are playing the football they're doing. It's because everybody turns up to the Emirates, or whenever Arsenal go wherever, everybody sets up that way. It's 10 men behind the ball, and they're hard to break down, so Arsenal have to basically bore you to death and keep the ball and be more patient.
Well, it's a statistic of the week for you. Just one sec. 19% of all Premier League goals this season have been scored from corners.
Wow.
It's the highest number in league history.
No wonder they got set piece coach monotone Keith in then.
No wonder and got sacked.
You can't play football. Everything now is low block. Make sure you get a few corners and some throw-ins, win some easy free kicks. That's why you're seeing players go down with minimal contact and getting free kicks. I think the referees have tried to do it where they're just not giving those sort of tackles, but they can only not give so many before they come under scrutiny. So then you're getting all these little niggly tackles. I'm not sure of it, but I'd love to see the statistic on how many goals have come from set pieces alone, because that's just from corners, 19%. I'd say it's up in 50s, 50-60% from just set piece goals this season.
Well, set pieces have always been important, but I think you probably make a good point there. But they are becoming so much more reliant on them than in previous seasons. But
I think all teams are becoming more tactically aware, aren't they? And that's in world football. Even you look at international football, you have these smaller nations that are able to set up in a very defensive structure and are a lot harder to beat now. You don't see as many of these 10-0 drummings, do you, anymore, that we used to see? Like England played Latvia or whatever, it'd be embarrassing. But now they're able, despite them being, part-time, they can set up in a certain way. And in the Premier League, obviously, like everyone's very, very good, and there's margins are getting smaller, aren't there, in which you can win a football match.
Well, again, it's wage disparities. I think some players get paid far too much money for what they're worth. some of them Brentford players would have been on a lot less money than what some of them Liverpool players yesterday. But like, we can't like ignore the fact that penalty what Brentford got to make it 3-1. It isn't a penalty. It's not even a foul. No. It's absolutely embarrassing.
If that's a yard in the box and it's clear and obvious it's in the box, he doesn't even blow for a free kick.
No, he did that because it was one of them shit free kicks we talked about last week when the referee gives you half a whistle. Just, free kick. Outside the box, free kick.
Yeah.
And then I think what's happened is someone's gone in his ear and said, "Oh, by the way, you do know that's on the line." And then he's gone, "Oh, I'd stay at my house and he's gone, "Oh, shit, is it?" And they've gone, "Yeah, but you're going to have to look at the monitor." And he looks at the monitor and even if it's a millimetre on the line, it's a penalty. But
how long was that down for? How long did they have to look at that to see you were in line?
I don't know.
A good few minutes at least. But then if you look at it, there's a still of what they see, and the contact's literally as close to the line, just out as it could be. So you're like, how are we making that a decision as a penalty? He's moving away from goal, lost possession at ball, but it's a penalty.
I know, but it's when they talk about clear and obvious. The clear and obvious statement only ever comes out when it suits them.
Yeah.
Right, because you cannot spend 3 minutes, let's say, on something to decide whether it's on the line or not, because I still think, looking at that clip, it's extremely debatable whether it's on the line or it isn't, right? And if you've got to spend that much time trying to work out whether it is or it isn't bloody clear and obvious, is it?
No, it's not.
And to anyone listening, this is not bias, because there were a penalty shout in that Man United game that was the clearest penalty you've ever seen. And they went with the on-field decision, even though Ahmad gets absolutely wiped out.
Yeah,
I just the level of officiating, the consistency is just on the floor.
I bet the statement in that is they don't feel like the referee made a clear and obvious mistake, so the back is on-field decision. That's what I mean. They use that statement to suit whatever fits their needs.
It's the consistency across the board from pretty much every team, and I get that, we went from a time where it was, you get those decisions, but you'll get them back later in season. But the VAR was brought in to have this not happen. Like it was meant to
I remember
eradicate
many house pie me and Joe got growing up, and we'd be drunk in a garden or a kitchen corner, most likely. And we'd always talk about football. We used to always talk about video technology. We need to bring it into the game. Need to stop these shit decisions like Man United getting a penalty all the time, and we need to bring it in. And we didn't think it'd ever be used like this when we wanted it to be coming.
I remember the season before it came in, we were buzzing. We were like, "Oh, it's finally coming into the game. It's going to be great."
Some of these big clubs are going to finally find that, but they can't get away with fouling people in the box and getting away with it all the time.
Yeah, but let's be honest, there's nothing actually wrong with the technology, is there? It's how we use it.
It's just being used. It's refereeing the entire game. That's what I don't like about it.
It's literally how it's being used. Like if you look at the offsides this season, it's been perfect with the semi-automated. Just do with the factual stuff. The borderline things don't need to be checked. Look at the stuff that's like a goal that's onside by about 5 yards, getting called offside. That's a clear and obvious error. Fair enough. But if it's a toenail offside, it's not a clear and obvious.
What I can't stand is when two players go in to make a tackle, one of them goes down like he's just had his leg amputated. We look at the slow and he's stood as slightly grazed the other player's foot and he's gone down. And then they will go, there was a connection made that, he did not get the ball. Players stand on each other's feet all the time. It always happens in every single game, every single position you play in. And for me, that is not a foul unless it's, when someone stands on your foot and they've got the full sole of the foot on top of yours and you literally can't move, because it trips you up. The rest of the time, that someone standing on your foot does not make you fall over.
No, it doesn't. Especially like Well, even like Max Kilman, when Max Kilman won that penalty against Leeds early on in the season, I still don't believe they're penalties. The defenders put a flat foot down. He's gone over, over the leg. I don't see how that's a definite penalty.
No.
Let's not get started on the handball rule, because the handball rule has been absolutely decimated. Yeah, but I do think it needs to consider like Hawkeye, like in other sports, the appeal. The captain say, or the manager or the captain are the ones who appeal. So I want that looking at again.
Yeah, but the problem is the people who dictate of how this is used are the people who it's their system. It's how they want it to be.
Yeah,
it's the wording is always like.
Well, it's like things were
vague, isn't it?
Things you want VAR to get involved with, they say, "Oh, don't see anything wrong with that," and then something like the Brentford one. And you think, well, let that go. And they get involved in it. They get involved in the stuff that they don't need to get involved with.
Whether the wording they use draws them into a situation where they can't say to the referee, like, that wasn't even a foul.
Yeah.
If they have to be in a position where they go, by the way, you've awarded that foul, we're backing you on the foul, and it was in the box, so it's a penalty. That whole thing is the reason why it's wrong. Because it's never a foul, and it should never have been a penalty.
I don't know why we have referees doing it.
Well, for me,
it should be VAR specific stuff. I don't see the whole.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We need a referee in there. It's not as clear. You've got to have some sort of like level of competence. One with the technology. Yeah, wow, they can use a screen. But it doesn't mean they can use it in the right ways. Like they're looking at sort of one or two angles, going, "Yeah, that's definitely it." Slowing it down, and then that's it makes it look a lot worse or whatever.
But if I'm marking Blair's homework, he's my best mate. I'm going to find a way to understand why he's given a decision, because and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because I'm trying to do it. I'm naturally going to do it. You naturally, for your colleagues and friends, you're going to try and find a way. What's the word? Like unconscious
systematic bias, isn't it? Yeah.
Unconscious bias.
Yeah, and it's going to happen. They shouldn't be marking their own work.
No, I think if it goes to the screen, it should just be someone in his ear saying, "Take a look at that," but no influence at all. And then he looks at it and makes his own decision again. And it's not slowed down. And I always use boxing as a good reference. You watch boxing and you'll see someone get a little jab, and then when it's slowed
his face
down,
is everywhere.
His face like melts, and you're like, bloody hell! It looks like he's absolutely knocked him out there. He's a massive haymaker. You watch it in real time, he's actually just done nothing. He's done that to him.
Yeah,
like it's the softest thing going. But because they can slow it down, these like 8K cameras, it looks like he's absolutely like marmalised the guy. and it does make everything look worse, and it is a contact sport. I think people need to remember this.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't believe Brentford are doing all right this season, because we had them down as going to get buried this season, didn't we? We didn't think they're going to do anything this season at all. They'd be the manager being Keith Andrews. They've lost Bournemouth, they've lost Wissa. Similar to the Bournemouth situation, I mean, you lose like a lot of players. There's no way they can go again.
Yeah, but that Brentford team are very much still a Thomas Frank-esque side. They cover some distance, mate. They do not stop running.
Yeah.
They give you nothing. They can relieve themselves from pressure because, like I said before, that Thiago is an absolute tank. You can just clip it into him, and he's holding. Well, he was doing a good job with Kanate and Van Dijk, and they're no bloody pushovers, are they? In terms of physical battle, that's their game.
No, it's love that.
It really good. Damsgaard's linking up play, getting them forward and Qatar looks like some clever business, doesn't it? When I was like, I can't remember how much they paid for him. It was like about 40 odd million.
Yeah, they got him from Bournemouth, didn't they?
Yeah, and I was like, well, I know he's not a bad player, this lad, but I don't really get it. But that's, he's got that pace and he gets them forward. Sharda's unbelievably quick as well. So when they do get a chance, they can go in behind you very, very quickly.
Oh, so it's going to be a bloody hard championship next season. So I'm glad Wednesday and we're going to be in League One. It looks like it's going to be Wolves, West Ham. I mean, West Ham looked bad, didn't they, against Leeds? It was West Ham who conceded from playing out from the back. It was highlights of the Friday night game.
Yeah.
That's
and I know we talk about the big teams a lot, but AFC Bournemouth, mate, what is going on?
They made £200 million in player sales, and they've got better.
They've just got the most nuts recruitment team I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That includes Brighton. Like when you look at, they've got El Junior Krupi. You're like, who the fuck's this guy? 4 in 2 games. And you're like,
their bloke's been playing Football Manager. That's why he knows who bloody Junior Krupi is.
And then you've got that Diakate or whatever his name is at centre back. Looks like
what
a tank.
A player.
Just breaks up everything. And then they've got the tried and tested players like, what is it, Christie, Adams, all them in midfield who just sort of, I'm just going to tank it. And
Lewis Cook goes under the radar.
Lewis Cook,
yeah, he does. Yeah,
very good player. I mean, if England want a decent, just deep line playmaker or just deep line midfielder for the World Cup, I mean, I don't know how he don't ever get a look in at England level.
Well, I know how he might not get a look in. Alex Scott, mate, what a player he is.
Oh yeah, Alex Scott, who plays with him.
Who plays with him? Well, he's not at the minute, is he? Because he's going for Tyler Adams and Alex Scott most of the time, isn't he? Starting the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say what you say this about quite a lot of the players at these clubs. I don't think Alex Scott will be there very long. Very, very good player.
They just don't perform the same though when they go to like that next level up. I don't know if it's if it goes to their heads, but they're at a big club now, or the manager doesn't
pressure as well, isn't it?
Pressure's different. The manager might not like them as much, or like.
Yeah, but they're not playing in systems, are they? Like you look at what all of anyone outside the big six are having to do to the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City. They're all parking the bus, mate. It's like most of these players have never experienced a time where you are just playing against a team where their sole job is just to stop you scoring today. And if we get something out of this game, that's a bonus. And there's nothing wrong with that style of football. I completely agree with it. And that is what you should do against the big teams. Because you want to go toe-to-toe with Liverpool, Eintracht Frankfurt, you'll find out what happens. Yeah, it's not a good idea.
Well, I forgot to make this point when we're on about Liverpool. When I watched Liverpool last season, I kept thinking, why do all these teams attacking them? It felt like everyone was attacking Liverpool last season. It's like, and this season they've gone, we're not going to do it this season.
Left back's always pushing up, just leaving like 40 yards for Mo Salah to run into. And there's nothing to stop him. Yeah,
and I think, like I say, Joe made a great point. He's up to the coaching staff to work out a solution, and I don't think Slot's going to get as much time as Jurgen Klopp. And this run can't go on, can it? Liverpool can't go on and lose 5-6 in a row in the Premier League.
Well, we've lost as many games as we lost in the entire last season already in Premier League. So
imagine what Joe's beard's going to look like.
I've not touched it this week. It's still there. I had some false hope from Wednesday, but yeah, we moved.
We'll talk about Man United because that haircut is on. Are they good? Let me know. Are they good? I
watched the game
in spells. Yes.
Yeah, I watched the game, and they do make stuff hard for themselves all the time. Like I'd say, Brighton had ample chances to get either a draw or win in that.
Yeah.
Lemens made a few good saves. But yeah, there's just something about them where you just think they look really good, but you're just waiting for the ball to drop where they capitulate again.
Yeah,
because they've got this annoying like underdog thing about them. It's like, fuck off, you're not an underdog. You're Manchester United. Fuck off. Fucking being underdog.
No, because at the minute, I'd say they're having good phases of play, and the quality of
They've got
the players
yeah.
that play at Man United will get you through those moments, because like the Cunha goal, not many players even take that shot. You know, they try and keep the ball. He just takes it first time, puts it bottom corner. You know, Bruno Fernandes.
It's not a bad finish that though. See, he's not scored a goal this season.
No, top finish.
A lot of players wouldn't even try it.
No, and Bournemouth looks very good at Man United.
He looks really good, doesn't he, Bournemouth?
Yeah.
That fourth goal he got, their fourth goal.
They've opened him up, aren't they? Like first few games, he were kind of like siloed. You're playing out towards the right.
Yeah,
don't come in. And then it seems to have been since like last 2 or 3 games, he's sort of had more of a license to just roam around. And I think that's pretty. I don't give him many props, but Amorim's completely dropped Storgu, but brought Ahmad into that right hand side, and I think that helps because he's got the athleticism to just bomb up and down and give the defenders something to think about. So then, as soon as that happens, it opens that space for Bournemouth to just go crazy.
I didn't realise Bournemouth was so strong.
Yeah,
he's a tank, mate.
Yeah, he's a tank, but he can move and all. It's like a rapid tank. You don't see that often, do you?
What we're doing this episode, we're just naming all the tanks out there.
Tank special.
I don't think that's going to pull in many views, mate.
Tank.
Kicking on podcast, tank special. Name your tanks.
Yeah, that's the quiz, funny enough, for the. Yeah, so good win for Man United. Above Liverpool, I can't believe it. I'll be honest. They were the contrast of the past couple of months. Was Liverpool's start of the season was good. They won the first 5 games of the season. Man United's start of the season was awful. They lost away at Grimsby, yeah, and people called him to be sacked or resign, and you can't believe it. You actually can't believe how high they are in the league. Are they above Man City? Man United?
Yeah. No. Sorry, they're on the same points.
On the same points as City. It's just, yeah. We'll see. I think they've got. How else they've got next? They've got Everton next, and Everton aren't very good.
No,
they're not very good at all. Spurs today. Did anyone see the Spurs game? Say Spurs battered them.
No, not.
I didn't say I watched darts, but
Spurs got a good 3-0 win away. I mean, losing 3-0 at home is never good. You can't be unlucky. You can't be unlucky if you lose 3-0 at home.
Oh, Mickey Van der Ven got 2.
Yeah,
he did. Carried my fantasy team this season. This week.
And Papsar, like little Papsar, good player. Finishing it off for 3-0. I looked at Everton. They're on 11 points, same as Leeds. They haven't got a very good team. I mean, Grealish had a decent start to the season. He's not as good. He's not very good. He's all right, but he's not this world beater that people think he is. But that's all they've got is Grealish. Gay's getting really knocking on now. Blair is not going to score enough goals to keep you up to kick you up the league. Is that Barry even getting much minutes? I don't think he is.
No,
off the bench in minutes as it stands.
Yeah, they're going to have to spend a bit of money in January, and then they can't sack David Moyes. But I don't think they're any better now than they were under Sean Dyche.
Well, no, they're not even playing any different football either. That's what baffles me.
No.
They all seem to talk like, "Oh, we needed this change." It's just exactly the same. I think Dyche should have kept.
I mean, if you're looking at that, it's just full circle every time, isn't it?
Yeah.
You look at Forest. We want to play better football. Nuno's saying we're playing great football. What do you mean? And then he's like, no, we're not. Well, I get Angie who can play football. It doesn't work. You get Sean Dyche in, and then it's same at West Ham, same at Everton. Like, what do you expect? Like, the players you've got are very good at doing what they're very good at.
Yeah.
You try and force them to do something different and change overnight, it's not going to work. which it just baffles me. It really does. But Moyes will do enough for them to keep them up. They've got the players to stay up. I mean, they've done it for 4 years in a row when they probably shouldn't have. And this season, they're just lucky that there's probably 5 worse teams in there.
A team who looks like they're definitely not staying up this season's Wolves.
Oh, I saw they conceded at last minute or something, didn't they, against Bournemouth?
Yeah, I mean,
95th minute.
They give that manager a 4-year contract in the summer.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have a conversation.
I've said this a few times though, mate. I know the results are not looking good, but I didn't see it today, so I don't know. But I have watched quite a few of those Wolves games. They are not that bad. It's a bit like the Man United thing. There's just moments of just absolute madness, of poor defending, but they actually look all right. Obviously, they need to sort some things out, but I don't think it's as bad as it is. It's not like they're getting drummed and they look like they're not in games or anything.
I don't know. Conceding 3 at home to Burnley, though, he's not.
No, I know that today. I just meant it in general from what I've seen. I don't think it looks like a team that are dead and buried.
It's starting to get cut adrift now. I know it's 2 wins in a row.
Yeah,
completely changed that, but
2 wins in a row in Premier League's not an easy feat, especially if you can't beat Burnley at home. You're looking at the start of the season, you're thinking, where are we going to pick up these points? And you're looking at your home games as an to promoted teams especially, like that's where we're getting our points.
Yeah,
and to not beat or not even get a point.
They've lost to Leeds and lost to Burnley at home this season.
Yeah,
already. That should be your easiest games. The two promoted teams. They should be your two games you're targeting start of the season for balls kicked, sort of thing. So
it was certainly Arsenal's weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, Arsenal had a great weekend.
It could have gone any better for them, could it?
Yeah, only way it could have if Spurs lost. But other than that,
well, you're looking at. I think Fulham's in that. I think Fulham's in the mix of going down.
They're good at home. They're terrible away. And that's going to be the crux for them. If they can keep that home form up, they'll probably do all right. But if they don't,
Three's got to go. And I mean, I think with Burnley, Sunderland, and Leeds not being complete shite, I think it really has made a lot of people go. And I bet a lot of chairmen have gone shit.
Yeah, these aren't supposed to be this good this year.
Yeah, we're fucked. If we go down, we're bollocks. So I think there's a lot of I think there's gonna be a lot of panicking meetings, especially when it comes to just. I think a lot will happen in the international break in November. I think you've had about 10 games, probably 12 games of the season gone then.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people are going to go, right, what are we doing? It's like we can't. I think Wolves will make a change. I think, like you said, I think Wolves might need a change just to kick them arse, but it's going to cost them a lot of money. But if they stay up, it's going to be worth it because it's going to cost a lot more if they go down. Fulham at same. They didn't invest in the summer. They got Kevin in, but I think Kevin's got injured. And he's...
It sounds great.
I know.
Got Kevin in.
That's all you've got, and I think you do need to make. You do need to make 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 every summer just to keep it ticking over, and so people don't get stagnant and stuff.
So I did watch the Arsenal Palace game.
Yeah,
and as much as it was what you'd expect it to be, it was a very, very. I quite enjoyed watching that game because it really was a battle between the 2 managers in terms of, like, Palace did break forward and they did ask questions of Arsenal and quite similar styles, I think, at the minute. It was
Palace will never die at the moment under this manager. Like, they won't just roll over for anyone.
No.
But the goal for Eze, I know it went direct from the corner.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Arsenal's first attempt on goal in 33 minutes? That speaks volumes, doesn't it, at home?
Yeah, well, they were playing really well, Palace. They were making it very, very hard for Arsenal. Don't get me wrong, Arsenal, as usual, looked pretty solid defensively and they're quite happy, aren't they, to trust in that how good they are defensively. But Eze played really well in that 10 role. And I think that's the difference this year, isn't it? When Arsenal lost Ødegaard last year, you were looking at them thinking like they had absolutely no creativity whatsoever in midfield. They couldn't find an answer to him being out. They seem to just be in that position, aren't they, where they can rotate these players. Got plenty of strength in depth.
Yep.
And Gyökeres played really well today. All that play was really good, but I think after about an hour, maybe over that, maybe it might have been over that, I think it said he'd had 13 touches of the ball. That's what I mean about some people like giving him crap about, like he doesn't score goals. Is when you're just looking at his stats and not seeing what's going on. But it was like 13 touches. I don't think one of them were in box.
Well, it's probably doing everything the manager wants him to do.
Yeah, just run around being a nuisance.
And
I think the other stat was he's like the top pressing forward in the league.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I mean it's what he's built, hasn't he? He's signed a lot of big players.
Spent a lot of money.
Obviously, yeah. That's bad.
In his 6 years in charge, he spent absolutely loads of money. But you always spend money to win the league.
I think the counter to this one is the fact I don't think any other club, like when Arteta came in, he's got rid of everyone that was causing a problem, and he pretty much built Arsenal from the bottom again with, who did they have? Saka and Smith Rowe as kids.
Yeah.
And then they've had to keep buying, haven't they, and buying to replace what they've got, because they had to cut the costs with losing Aubameyang's wages, Lacazette, all the ones that were causing them problems, and he's obviously built up a very, very good environment.
Is it Ozil?
Ozil, yeah. There's
bombed him out. Didn't make any money from them.
No, a lot of big names, isn't there?
But look, they've got money. It helps. Having money does help. But
when I said they signed big players, I mean I'm not saying he's signed not anything about his actual
it's
spend.
Just big unit.
The players he's signed are fucking huge, and all they're doing is doing exactly. They're doing exactly what he wants. They're not conceding. They're not ball around for keep possession, get a corner, swing it in, score a goal, go back to defence, and that's it. They're going to win so many games, 1 or 2-0, and it's just going to be a very efficient football. Let's say, I'll call it efficient football. I won't.
Yeah.
I won't call it boring or dull or shit. But
I don't think anyone's going to get bored of winning 1-0 every week.
Well, they it does show, but like when they hired Arteta, look, relatively unknown. He was just Pep's number 2. It was a calculated risk, really. But they've given him full reign, haven't they? They've given him full reign at that football club. He can do literally anything he wants there. Any player wants to get rid of, he gets. Any player who wants in, he'll most likely get. And it's paid off. It might have took some banter for the past 5 years, but he's built that squad they've got this season. It's one hell of a squad. I think for me, there's only Real Madrid you could probably compare who might have a better squad than them in the world at the moment. I think it's that good.
Yeah, it's definitely up there, isn't it, with the best. Definitely.
You've not even seen that. Have you even seen that Bayern Leverkusen left centre half they brought in?
Oh, he came off bench today.
Yeah, exactly.
Had a little stroll around at left back.
Your main 2 centre halves is Gabriel Saliba, then you've got that Mascara and the what's his name?
Yeah, who? Sorry.
Bloke?
Oh, Henape.
Yeah, so you got them 2 as your backup centre halves.
Yeah, well, Saliba went off at half time injured.
Right.
They brought Mascara on, but he's rock solid in that Mascara.
Every time they get an injury, they've had big injuries this season already, haven't they? They've lost Saka for a period. They've lost Saliba now.
Yeah, and Saka still doesn't look like he's anywhere close to being back to what
they've lost Ødegaard. Ødegaard just can't seem to get a consistent run going. And it's not even, it's not even phasing him,
that is going to happen, though, when you've spent over $1 billion in 6 years. Like, you're going to have a good team. If you've not got a good team, you've not spent well. He's spent well. He's spent a lot. And he's got a solid squad.
Yeah. It could be. Manchester United, they can spend a lot, not have a very good team.
Chelsea, Man United, I'm looking at you, spending over £1 billion.
Chelsea are fine, aren't they? They're wheelers and dealers. They're not there for long haul. It's just throw a load of cash out, see what happens, and then make a profit 6 months later.
Yeah.
They're not bothered.
We've got 7 19-year-old wingers. At least one of them's going to work, right?
Yeah, we'll sell one for 80 million.
Well, they still managed to sell the crap ones on. They're really good at business, Chelsea.
Yeah, we'll speak about Chelsea now. Sunderland, again, charging up that league. Third in
Mental.
It's mad when you think that they beat Sheffield United with the last kick of the game in the playoff final. Sheffield United are fifth and bottom, fourth and bottom in the Championship, and they're second in the Premier League. It's crazy how football works sometimes. But I'll tell you something, that winning goal for Sunderland was so poor from a Chelsea point of view.
There's just no pressure, was there?
I don't know any of the names. He's holding the ball up. There's literally a Chelsea defender trying to get the ball off him. There's another Chelsea defender literally 2 yards just watching this happening. Just go and get the ball off him, mate. And play around.
They were Broby, weren't it? And he just passes it out to Talebe or to Bealey or whatever his name is.
He's had to run length at pitch because Caicedo can't be asked to track him.
Yeah.
At all. And then, because he's just stood there watching ball, rather than watching anything happening, he just popped it off, and it's a great finish. It's a lovely finish. He just places it, doesn't he? Oh, it's a lovely finish.
Especially at that time of the game, you're thinking, aren't you, everyone's knackered.
When he could just lash it.
You just lash at those chances. Yeah, very composed, wasn't he?
It's a great finish, but you just think, that could have been avoided so easy, and you think you get paid a lot of money to use players, and it's kind of wow, you can't believe that happens. And I bet Chelsea fans are a bit, you beat Liverpool at home a couple of weeks ago, now you're losing to Sunderland. I bet you're
Well, I think that has been Chelsea's season, and you can see at times the talent's there, and it all clicks. But how many times now has Maresca made 4 changes in the game or whatever?
Yeah.
Immediately at half time because he's not happy.
Yeah. Who else happened?
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa beating Man City today. I watched it. I saw Matty Cash's goal. Great goal.
Well, lovely goal. Yeah.
And I tell you something, Man City hardly touched that ball in that game.
The Pau Torres clearance off the line.
Oh,
kept them ticking across, didn't it? And then,
Did it go you'd expect? The Man City had to, Aston Villa have to hold on?
Not really. I must have watched 70 minutes of it, and I thought Villa were very, very good. And you just sit there and you think, you can't believe how bad they were, Villa, at the start of the season. It almost looked like the players just get up, not even playing for him.
Top manager in the Unai Emery.
He's proper turned it around there. They lost to Go Red Eagles the other day.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Go
ahead, Eagles. Go ahead twice. It
is mad though, on how it's flipped. But as soon as this starts, a couple of players start scoring, it just gives you that confidence, doesn't it? And I think not going 1-0 down's helped them as well, because they just seem to not be able to score. So if they went 1-0 down, they weren't getting back into it. But now they've can get a goal or two a game, and for some reason, Matty Cash has turned into one at best at fullbacks on planet, scoring every other game for him. I think at minute it's been great. Well, either them or Poland.
Yeah, I think they've realised
Polish Matty Cash.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm sure you're born in Nottingham, weren't it? I think they relied on Ollie Watkins a lot the past couple of seasons. I think what's happened this season is, but they've realised they could score without him, and I think that's helped. So I don't know I don't know exactly what Unai Emery has done on that training field, but
he's brought Buendia back into the picture. Who's got? Is it like three goals and assists in 3 games?
Assist for him today, wasn't it?
Yeah, another assist today. It's just been great. But yeah, obviously that result's just obviously given Arsenal the sort of best position they could be in, I think, if they looked at this season.
Yeah, 4 points from second, but second place is Bournemouth. I bet they can't believe it, can they? This is like, if Bournemouth gone on to win the Premier League, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But Liverpool were the heavy favourites going on, and they're well off it. At this rate, it could be Arsenal, Man United against top 2, which is crazy.
I still just think the Premier League is just ridiculously strong. That for anyone to get any sort of run together is going to be difficult.
You've just got to be on your game all the time. I don't think you can get a result half-arsing it. And I'm sure Conte said that when he said, when I was Juventus manager, he said, I could come into games, I could tell my team, just you'll win today. Without even trying, you'll just win today. And when he came in at Chelsea, he realised even if I'm playing Burnley away, it's a one hell of a game.
Yeah.
And
looking on map, trying to find Brentford, thinking, who the fuck are these?
Yeah. And I think that is the difference. I don't think nothing's a given. And Sean Dyche going in at Forest, I think Forest are in real trouble because I think having 3 managers in the space of 2 months is crazy. You don't know how long Sean Dyche has got with this lunatic in charge. What if he was on
Sean Dyche he always gets the best out of his players, so I think they'll end up being fine.
What if he loses 5 games in a row? Does he sack him?
Yeah, but for Dyche ain't going to lose 5 games in a row and it look like, they ain't got a clue what they're doing. He might lose 5 games in a row, but it'll every week it'll start to look like it's coming together.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got no clue who goes down. I'm pretty
confident to Forest.
I'm pretty confident Arsenal win it, but I'm not. I've got no idea who goes down.
I feel sorry for Forest. Nothing against their fans, but in terms of Marinakis, it's just like if they did get relegated, right? It's a big just stick with your man, mate, when it's working. Stop trying to fucking change things when it doesn't need changing.
If they get relegated this season, it's all because of him.
Yeah, 100%. Because it was an ego clash, wasn't it?
Yeah. And will Nuno fix West Ham? I don't know. I think West Ham I don't know what Potter did with them over summer. Drug them, I think.
That West Ham, it isn't like I don't know what manager you could put into that team to fix it. They are horrendous defensively.
They've got to put some right effort in. They've got to have to do some right training to sort that out because I don't think their back four's even that bad when you look at it. But
still can't get made around why Max Kilman cost 45 million quid.
I mean, that was a mystery.
And Todibo cost what will that be with 43 million as well.
Yeah, okay, maybe it was that bad. Maybe the centre halves are bad. Maybe I'm looking at fullbacks thinking, no, fullbacks are all right. But
I mean the personnel's not amazing, and Nuno's come in and started playing 18-year-olds instead of the people that they've just signed.
Yeah,
that I forgot his name now. It's not Gassam. That's the Villa player. There's the kid Gassama. Is it? Whatever his name is, they brought in, and then they've got Fernandez who they brought in, and obviously still got Paqueta. But yeah, it just doesn't. Nothing seems to work for him.
I listened to a podcast the other day and said the reason why one of the things he hates about modern day Premier League is that there's too many players. Because now you can make 5 subs, the bench is bigger, and you can bring more players on. And he said, but I think he works it out. But I think there's 25% more players now than there was in early 2000s. And it's just you just don't know who anyone's called anymore. But like that.
When you look at that West Ham team, there is literally no pace in that team. You've got Somerville is literally the only one who can run to any sort of. And he can't pass either.
He just runs into walls.
Yeah.
Jared Bowen, I mean, he's not slow.
But that's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying that they're full of really slow people, but like Lucas Paqueta's not slow, but he's not someone who can. He's not like a Langer or someone who's just got that absolute blistering pace that can get you up the pitch. You know, Diouf at left back's pretty quick, but he's not rapid either. They've just got no pace at all, and you just think like, how the hell can they get up the pitch and turn teams around?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who goes down this season, but it's definitely not going to be all three of the promoted teams, that's for sure.
I'm just happy it's going to be an interesting one rather than it just being all three promoted teams under 30 points.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of twists and turns, won't they, in this relegation and Champions League place battle?
Well, the Champions League place battle is going to get very tasty, I think, towards the end of the season.
Ooh, can you imagine AFC Bournemouth in Champions League?
It'll break me heart in a way.
In their Tin Pot Stadium.
Yeah, it's smaller than Rotherham United, their stadium. It just blows me out. It just blows my mind out. I can remember when I was a naive. Still, I'm naive, but I can remember Wednesday played Bournemouth at home and they just got promoted from League One. And I looked at it like, that'll be 3 points that in the bag if you're playing Bournemouth at home easy. And then I think like Callum Wilson just smashed us. I was like, oh, these are pretty good actually, aren't they? And I think they got promoted and they've never looked back, and you just can't believe it because they were just League Two Bournemouth at one point forever, weren't they? And they don't look like nowhere near getting relegated anytime soon. So very interesting times. Right, we'll end it there. We won't do a quiz. I can't believe it's gone on very long today.
It has.
I didn't even realise it went on that long, so I just looked at it. I can't believe what time it is. It's 20 to 11. Well, I don't know what you're up to this week, but I'm off to Norfolk.
Well, enjoy Norfolk.
Yeah. I'm going to Malta on Friday, so I will be missing next week.
Visit Malta.
Enjoy the sunshine.
We'll do. Last holiday before the wee one comes along. So
before your life goes upside down, mate.
Yeah, get to drink for a week and then we'll see what happens.
Enjoyed it again, boys. Very good.
All right, lads. All right, cheers, lads.
Cheers now.
Bye. Catch you all later. Bye.